Hi, this is Brian. Welcome to my room. This video is just going to be a little update on my channel. As you can see, I'm now up to 86 subscribers, which is very surprising to me, but I really appreciate everybody that has subscribed, and hopefully you're enjoying my material. There's going to be more to come, but I just want to give you a little update on where the channel is at the moment. I have 13 videos as of right now. I will be posting a few more later today and over the next day or so. And I have a few interesting ones, but there's a few other things on the channel that I'm putting out there and hoping people will enjoy. I kind of want this to be a reflection of not just what's in my room or my car, but some of the other things that I'm interested in, movies and music and just different things. So I'm going to go through what's available, and you can see it, and if there's more stuff in there that you like and you want to take advantage of it, enjoy it, great. And I would really like to hear from everybody or anybody that is watching these and hopefully liking them. So the videos, obviously, those are the videos that I've put out. Playlists are a combination of music and movies, and some of the playlists are going to be private. I'm not able to share the songs and stuff on there because I've uploaded them and I can't share those publicly. But there are other things that are fully public and made up of all material or songs that's from YouTube Music. Now, the most recent playlist I did was the Toasters. That should be publicly available, and it's all their albums. I love the Toasters. I saw them several times in the early 90s in DC and Baltimore, and just fantastic live band. Then we have a 70s and 80s sci-fi and mecha anime. And what this is just a series that I've found on YouTube, and just kind of dumped them all into a playlist. And there's a bunch of different shows and things all from the 80s and 90s. So if you're looking for some anime, they're there. I didn't post these, but they are, publicly available. It's a Two-Tone Records. That's public. That was all made up of singles and albums pulled from YouTube Music. My albums, some of the other things are private. There's a Rancid, Husker Du. There's Erasure albums, which Erasure was another band that I've always really liked. My WBDS is a private. The National, full playlist. Then we have the 70s and 80s anime opening themes. Now, these are mostly the mecha and sci-fi, which are the ones I like. But there are 137 of the opening credits for all these different shows that I could find. And the quality varies. Some of them are good. Some of them are not so good in quality. But the songs, the music is fun. And so it's fun to just put them on and shuffle it. The Red Cross. Now, the serials of the 1930s and 40s is a public one made up of YouTube stuff that I found. And I like the old Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers. And they're very cheesy now, but they were big budget for their time. So there's a few of the series on there. And these serials would run in the movie theaters usually on a weekly basis before the feature event. So they would run these and people would go just to see the serial. So there's a bunch of different ones. Flash Gordon, there's an old Batman, there's a lot of different stuff on there. The movies, these are movies that are free on YouTube, and I go through and I watch these, and these are all older for the most part. 60s, some of them are even the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And they're cheesy sci-fi or horror movies, but they're fun and they're enjoyable. So there's Control, which I watched yesterday, which is the Joy Division story. And just, they're entertaining. If you want to check them out, they're there. I update it, add to it, and occasionally remove some here and there, but there's always something interesting in there. I have a BMW tips, which is kind of, different tips and things that I've found very helpful. I've just saved them all, mainly for future reference, but they're in there. Black Flag, the White Stripes discography, all their albums, Consolidated, which is another great band, and there's a Clash albums, which will be public, and a Clash singles, which will be private because I uploaded them all with the covers and everything. Same with the Church. There's the Susie and the Banshees albums, which is public. The Ramones album is public. All the New Order albums, New Order's videos, which they were very prolific with their music videos. So I've tried to gather as many of those together as I could. The Duran Duran albums and Duran Duran videos, Depeche Mode albums, Depeche Mode videos, the Bauhaus albums in order. These hardcore punk ones, they're made up a lot of uploads, so they are private. The KSTP Radio is a playlist that I recorded in Monterey, California in probably the early 90s on cassette. And over the years, I've gone through, and I didn't know all of the songs, and I've identified them. And so there are only a few now that I have not identified. And it's all late 80s hardcore punk. The two that are not on there are not actually shown in the playlist, but I'm still working on trying to figure them out. And further down, there's a Rockin' the Joint, which is kind of a rockabilly, psychobilly, kind of roots rock and roll, just all kinds of fun stuff. It's just fun, high energy. The Swing Revival playlist is things like Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, the Atomic Fireballs, just all kinds of swing revival bands from the early 90s that I could find. Classic hard rock and metal is 70s and 80s. Things like Blue Oyster Cult and Black Sabbath and maybe some Journey and just hard rock and metal, Judas Priest. I like putting that on shuffle and listening to it sometimes. Skankin' to the Beat, that's all kinds of ska, from two-tone, third wave, ska punk, just any kind of album I could find or I threw in there and shuffle that and listen to it. Same with the EBM, EDM, electro, industrial, future pop, and dark wave playlist. Anything I can find in those genres, I just threw it all into a big playlist and shuffle it, and it makes a great mix, especially a good high energy mix. New Wave MTV, I found as many classic MTV videos as I could from the early 80s. It's mostly focused on the new wave, kind of alternative college rock stuff. Dance mixes is 80s dance songs. Again, new wave, post-punk, pop, things like that. New wave singles, everything I could think of or find based off of Rate Your Music lists and things that I knew of. It's a pretty big, that one's got 869 songs in it. And these are all available on YouTube Music also. And You'll Know Us by the Trail of the Dead. I like that's their whole current albums up to date. Sea Power, also known as British Sea Power. Kitchens of Distinction. Interpol is another band I really like, and I've seen them live a few times, so I've put the albums together. U2, this is the early albums up to Joshua Tree. I think after that they kind of lost me. INXS, the first few albums, mainly the 80s. And so there's the playlists. There's a bunch of those. Community, I post different things that I watch on YouTube if I see a video. So there's Control, there's some BMW stuff, something on Disney, The Headless Horseman I thought was interesting, The Misfits, there's another Joy Division, the Hatbox Ghost that's coming to the Haunted Mansion, this video about early Automata. If you've ever seen, there was a movie, I can't remember, a few years ago, that was really, it was about this, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was a great movie. And so if you're interested in that stuff, there's just a lot of things, talking about energy drinks and just kind of things I'm thinking about. And then, of course, the channels and things that I subscribe to. So between this and the Spotify playlists, I'm trying to pass along some interesting stuff that I like and share it with people. And I hope there are people out there that enjoy it. So thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe, and check back for more videos. Thank you.